wanted to record a quick video about how we're going to be using the Discord for this course. I uh, I decided to use the Discord because it felt a little more informal to me than some of the stuffier options associated with our learning module. And I use Discord all the time, so I figured that it would be a way for you guys to get in touch with me as basically as fast as possible. There's also a built-in video chat function on Discord, and I wanted to be able to use that so that we could have our weekly office hours and our discussions in a really more streamlined way, if that makes sense. You can easily use the Discord video chat option on your phone, so that's a plus. And a lot of us already have Discord downloaded if we're gamers, especially, or if we just have group chats with friends or something like that. So, what I was hoping was that once a week I'll host office hours. Right now, that's going to be on Mondays. I'm thinking it will be from around 5 to around 9. Part of those office hours are going to be our scheduled group discussions. So, all of us hopefully have signed up for some of the group discussions in our sign up sheet. If we haven't, we still have time. Uh, and those group discussions that we signed up for, we're just going to log in to the Discord voice chat room at the time that's listed in the sign up sheet, and we're going to have a discussion about the topic listed. So for the first half of the course, we're all going to choose one moral theory, and for the last half of the course, we're all going to choose one moral problem. And it's going to be hopefully no more than 3 participants for the theories and no more than 2 for the problems. There are more problems than theories, so I think that's how the math works out. So I'm usually going to want to ask you guys to basically introduce yourselves, um, and then we're going to try to pick roles for discussing these moral theories and moral problems. So usually I'm going to try to ask one of you to take the affirmative and one of you to take the negative. So those are that is to say one of you is going to try to argue for the position and one of you is going to try to argue against the position. And if there are 3 of us, maybe somebody will be arguing for the more moderate position. And that doesn't have to be super strict, but it tends to give our discussion a little bit of structure. Um, and we're not going to try to debate it like we're going to win the debate. It's going to be more like we're going to propose what we think are the best arguments in favor and the best arguments against, and we're going to dissect those together. And we're going to basically try to practice moral reasoning uh, extemporaneously, if that makes sense. So we're going to do that. I think that the idea would be that it would take no more than, it would definitely take no more than an hour, but I think we would be shooting for somewhere above 30 minutes. So maybe 45 minutes, maybe a little more, depending on whether we exhaust all of what we have to say or not. Hopefully we wouldn't. Probably we wouldn't, because there's usually a ton to say on any of these topics. But we'll try to make do with the time, and we'll do basically 3 of those a night for 7 weeks. And once we're done with any given one of them, we'll post that into the Discord as a video that the other students can look at and respond to. Uh, so I have in the in the syllabus that I want you to try to respond basically every week. I think at least one response to every video would be the ideal, but um, I'm also thinking that the more participation that people people show, uh, the higher I'm going to curve essentially, because I really want to see that you guys are in fact watching the videos and are in fact engaging with and thinking about the subjects, and that really requires, um, the only way for me to know if you're doing that is by looking at how you're participating. So the more you participate, the more I'm going to be inclined to give you more credit for that for for the for the course, right? Um, and I the last presentation we're going to do, the last week of the semester, we're going to have a pop culture presentation where each of you is going to choose a topic of pop culture, probably a book or a movie or a TV show or maybe some other genre if you want, and you're going to have a discussion with me about it. I think if more than one person chooses the same pop culture topic, maybe we can have a partner, like a partner presentation where the two of you talk a little bit longer about that topic. That would be fine, or it could all be individual. But we're gonna do that using Discord as well, same format where you log on, I log on, and we have a discussion about it. There are a few other forums that I have posted on the Discord, um, just just for fun, basically. Though, um, so just for us to sort of present some ideas to each other and get some feedback. So I posted one on pop culture so that we can all share what our favorite like TV shows and movies are or whatnot. I posted one on controversies so that maybe we could have some discussions of hot topics in the world and in politics right now. Um, I've also posted one for introductions, so I hope everybody can introduce themselves. And I may post some more depending on if I think of anything that I think is cool, uh, and depending on sort of whether engagement is high enough to warrant more. Um, but yeah, that's just a summary of how we're going to be using the Discord, why we're going to be using the Discord, what my expectations are about it, and I'm hoping, I'm hoping um, that it's that it's trying to. I'm hoping that it's a way to try to make it at least a little bit less like a stuffy classroom and more like a kind of discussion with friends or something like that. Hopefully, because I don't want people to feel like, I don't want people to come away feeling like that this is all difficult and this is all confusing and all boring. I'd really like it if people found something they liked and found something they actually like to talk about and got the opportunity to talk about that. That's one of the things that I love about a philosophy class is that when you're having small talk with people, well, just like sitting at dinner with family, you may not get to talk about all of these things. And if you're trying, because basically people might just have had a long day and not want to talk about anything too serious, or if you're online and if you're like posting your or tweeting or something about topics, uh, basically that's a surefire way to get a lot of hate mail. So this is sort of like a comfortable environment to talk about important issues, and intrinsically interesting subjects that we should be thinking about, um, and do that in a way that you can actually sort of have some level of interest and fun with it. So yeah, post on the Discord. Don't be shy, and I'll see you in office hours.